after better than expected results. We're going to talk to the CEO about what's driving the optimism. That's next.
Back in 2000, Barron's magazine featured my analysis that a very popular, well-loved dot-com stock was headed for a world of hurt. That prediction proved spot on. Soon after my call, the stock dropped 90%. I fielded a lot of attention for that contrarian prediction, and I expect this time around will be no different. Because today, I'm pounding the table with the opposite message. Buy this stock now. The very same company that I warned about over 2 decades ago is now the lifeblood.
So it just so happened that on CNBC Closing Bell, they just had a segment on exactly what I've been talking about.
Their hardware is so
the possibility of using foreign emerging markets of foreign indexes as a hedge.
Author and futurist. I've been issuing sell this, buy that recommendations for 30 years.
So,
in fact,
I just want y'all to pay attention that although I've only been trading for a year and 4 months, I pay attention to the market, and so the fact that if you can just go look at my last couple of lives from today, and last week I talked about how I've started to invest in foreign markets as a way to possibly hedge, and the fact that Closing Bell just had a segment saying the same thing. It just a validation, a confirmation of the fact that I think along the right lines. The fact that the pros, the professionals, coming and validating things that I said.
Helps you sell at every stage of your business. With fast and secure payment,
validating
card readers you can rely on, one place to manage it all.
Confirming my strategies to me. Like for them to just come and just have this segment, and this is these are things that I've been talking about actually, and things that I've been expounding on in our conversations in the live.
It takes balance.
It's a validation. 15 people in the live. Let me get 15 likes. Let me get 15 likes. I had to go live, y'all, because I wanted y'all to see that they were just having a segment on CNBC Closing Bell talking about how investing in emerging markets and foreign stock indexes might be a way to hedge your portfolio against a downside turn in our American markets.
What does it signal both about the company and about the broader state of manufacturing?
Well, as a U.S. company,
subscribe and like.
A lot of excitement about manufacturing.
At 1,000 subscribers, I'm personally giving away $1,000
transformation
to 10 people randomly selected. So subscribe. When you pop in, take the time to subscribe. Subscribe and like. Subscribe and like. Subscribe and like. This channel is about my life as a trader, an investor, a record producer. Just my life as an older man who changed his life, did a 360. I was in the streets. I was in the gang. I was hustling. I was in a life of criminality, and I was trying to find a way to get out, to escape.
I think trade uncertainty is still.
I always worked a job, but a 9 to 5 to me, a 9 to 5, a job.
From all industries,
it's not going to set you free. A job is not going to set you free.
Especially around trade, will help unlock that.
When we talk about factories of the future and automation and the promise of AI, I mean, you're on the forefront of this. Are we at an inflection point with the technology and the capabilities?
I think we are. We see it in our own internal operations as we help our employees be more efficient with the tools, whether it's coding or whether it's in back office functions, but also for customers. I see the primary opportunity
keep it real.
to simplify
I keep it
the
real
whole business of
transparent.
automation, whether it's
I mean, with
processes or it's scheduling or maintenance.
I keep it real transparent. I'm coming to the game, keeping it real transparent. We lost a lot of money this week. We lost 10,000. I ain't gonna lie. We lost 10,000. If you go back in if you go back in the lives on Monday, if you go back to whatever Monday was and look at the lives on Monday, you'll see that we had 55,000 in this account, and we under 50,000 at 44 and some change. I lost like $10,000. I lost like $10,000 this week. We lost $2,000 today alone.
I think humanoids may have a role in some applications, but I see it as a little bit of overkill for a lot of the applications in factories today.
Looking across your end users, where are you seeing the most growth and the most strength as we look at 2026?
So certainly in the
50 Cent in 30 years. Man, bro, in 30 years, I'm gonna be somewhere sitting back. God willing, if I'm alive in 30 years, yeah, if I'm alive in 30 years, bro, I'm gonna be somewhere chilling. On my Dr. Sebi. On my Dr. Sebi, man. You know what I'm saying? God willing, I'll be alive in 30 years, a healthy 84 years old. If I live 30 more years, bro, God willing, I will be wealthy. I'll have $1 million in this portfolio, more than that. 30 years? You know what I'm saying? In 30 years, I appreciate you giving, even speaking that possibility into existence. I received that. I received that. What's your name? Let me go put my glasses on so I can give you a shout out, bro. So I can shout your name out, talking about it 30 years. You dig? I always show people when I make money, but I'm like Wall Street Trapper, say. A lot of traders will show you when they make money, but they won't show you when they lose money. We had a $55,000 portfolio at the beginning of the week, and the fact that we have 44,000, that means we lost 10,000. And I mean, we lost $10,000. Barrel proof. What's up, Crystal? Hola, Crystal. Y'all go check out my records. Mi nombre es Santorio Hector. Escucha mi música en todas música plataformas. Escucha mi música en todas música plataformas. Mi nombre es Santorio Hector. I'm Santorio Hector, Cleveland record producer, self-taught trader and investor. Go download the albums on all music platforms. Go download the albums on all music platforms, you hear? Santorio Hector, self-taught investor, Cleveland record producer, cannabis grower, and breeder. Go download the albums on all music platforms.
Well, the real question is, do you have peace with God? You see, God made us and created us, but we've been separated from Him because of sin. And
we almost got a gold record.
And He came from heaven to this earth to save us from our sins. And you can have true peace with God through faith, simply believing.
This album got We are we you know we almost got a gold record with this single.
And you can experience that true peace right now. Just pray this prayer with me.
We got tracks that do numbers.
I'm sorry, I want to turn from my sins. I believe Jesus Christ is your son.
Go check out the records featuring artists from New York to California. Shiny, what's up, Shiny?
And I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
What's up, Shiny?
If you prayed that prayer,
But yeah, we lost 2,000 a day in the market, man. And so whenever I lose money, I'm in here and I need to see what's going on in the market. I'm on my market news through CNBC, and I'm getting ready to renew my membership to CNBC Pro and the CNBC Investing Club led by Jim Cramer, which I recommend. CNBC Pro and CNBC Investing Club. If you really want to learn how to start investing, not trading, if you really want to learn how to start investing, buying stocks low and selling them high. Buy the stock at a low price and sell it at a higher price. That's how you make money investing. Buy stocks at a low price, sell them at a high price.
I'm a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought we'd have to use life insurance with Ethos. It is so fast and easy. You can get it.
So I want y'all to, you know what I mean? I want y'all to understand that the way to become successful in investing is to study, to do research, to think outside the stock market box. You know what I mean? To not be afraid of your own thoughts and your own ideas when it comes to ways of investing and different strategies and ways that you might possibly want to hedge yourself. Just like I decided to go to do research to see what foreign stock markets are up when America and those countries whose markets are tied to us, markets are down. And now all of a sudden, you know, you look at Closing Bell on CNBC and they just happen to have a segment with a foreign investment analyst explaining global markets and what emerging markets, and how do we say the emerging markets that he listed were the emerging markets that I'm researching and currently investing into as we speak. So just like football, just like basketball, just like mathematics, there are certain disciplines and certain businesses, industries that every now and then there comes along a prolific individual or a group of individuals that change the game or that have a passion and desire to learn a discipline or to excel in an industry to the point that they put the work in and they put the time in and the passion and the understanding, and it just allows them to, you know, to be a prodigy and to create milestones and do things that others were not able to do. And I'm not, you know, saying that that's the case when it comes to me, but I am saying that from my study of this discipline and investing overall and in general, there are not a lot of cases where someone their first year investing and trading stock options contracts and just jumping into it with no prior training or any type of guidance or directives from any previous mentors, just jumped into this thing and said, I'm going to teach myself how to trade stock options contracts and invest and pick stocks and build a portfolio and become successful and have the success that I have humbly been able to have an experience in my first year of trading. And that's the honest to God truth. And so I'm thankful for that opportunity. And I would just say again that, you know, we lost $2,000, but we're going to make it back. Everything we lose, we're going to make back. And every loss is going to be a lesson. That's going to be an encouraging factor to motivate us and give me the encouragement to continue on the journey and to create this $1 million portfolio right here in real time. And we go and together, y'all here with me on a mission to create a $1 million portfolio. And I keep getting knocked back because I already made my first milestone. I already hit several milestones. I already banged my first 5,000. I already hit my first $10,000 mark. I already hit my first $20,000 mark, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 mark. I'm trying to hit the 100. I'm trying to make my first 100,000. And every time I get close to making my first 100,000, I keep fucking getting knocked back down because of this volatile market going crazy. We was just at 60,000. We was at 65,000 about a month ago. It was 65,000. Then we hit 55,000. Now I'm back down to 44. Month before last, I made $16,000 in 1 month. I could show you I had a monthly profits of $16,000. That's just like, yo, been damn near erased away because of all this volatility. And this is what a person who trades every day for a living has to deal with. And this is sometimes why people stress. Because if you print money out the market and you are trading to pay bills, to pay mortgages, to pay rent, you know what I'm saying? And building your portfolio at the same time and paying yourself, that's a whole nother level, bro. That means you must be consistently turning profit and creating profit opportunities. I hear Melissa. This is my show right here. This is one of the best shows when it comes to the market. Fast money. Fast money.
I'm Melissa Lee coming to you live from the studio based at NASDAQ. I'm the desk tonight. Tim Seymour, Karen
My people. Courtney, Guy, Tim.
Mode as scrutiny on AI valuations and capex plans come back into focus. The S&P down more than 1%, while the Dow shed nearly 400 points.
Sell-off resumes.
Losses once again today.
That's exactly what they wanted, to shake you up out of your positions, to create a sell-off. What does a sell-off create? Liquidity for them to snatch up the shares before the price, they drive it back up. Stop falling for the same thing, y'all.
Responsible for cutting 415 points from the index this week. All of this amid renewed concerns over the health of the labor market. Well, we won't get a jobs report tomorrow. Challenger layoffs for the month of October came in at more than 153,000. That is a 175% increase from last year and the highest reading for any October in 22 years. Worse than the pandemic, around the same as the great financial crisis. So what should we make of the latest moves, and is a correction coming? It feels like these concerns have been bubbling, and here we are with a sell-off.
So the Fed made it clear in Jackson Hole that they were concerned about the labor market. Clearly, these numbers suggest that was the right concern. Of course, the problem is this ISM services number that we just got the other day was hot.
The real fast money.
I believe that inflation is still a problem as well.
The real fast money. Tune in from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on CNBC. On CNBC, and you can you know, if you
situation.
don't
I
have
think the VIX has
cable,
been trying to tell
I
a story
have
as
to have
well.
cable because
And then
I
some of
have
the
to have my
stock
financial
price
news.
action
If
you've
you are
seen,
a
Oracle
professional
filled in that
trader
entire gap.
or
If you go back and
investor,
look, and that's where we are
then
now.
you
If you look at
can
Amazon,
write your
potential for
cable
that
subscription
technical
because you use the
cycle, we talked
cable
about that
to
mountain
have
reversal,
access to
that's
the
lower. Even
investing
Apple
news,
off that
which
big
is
quarter
helps
has
your
reversed the
investing,
low.
and
So
this ways
now
to
you're
write off
starting to
your
see good
part of your
news start
cable
some price
bill.
action, which
Or
suggests
or
maybe there is more to
if
come.
you buy the
Yeah, I agree.
streaming
I thought
service
that
for
Oracle
CNBC
featuring
so that you
entirely
can have
is really
access to
important. That
market
was big, and
news
also I look like
so
the
that you can
VIX, which is just under
create
20
some type of
now,
advantage.
still
Go
very
follow
much in
Karen
no
at
man's
Karen
land. That doesn't make me
Finneman.
think, oh, the selling's over.
Karen
If anything,
is
I would think that we go higher from here on the
Karen
VIX,
runs
given the
an
market sells off more
investment firm.
than lower. So, I mean, the huge run we've had, they're just retracing part of it. There's still more to go, right?
Yeah, there's no question that you suddenly go from a place where it's great to have Fed cuts, but do we have a growth scare? And do we have a condition in the labor market that, Mel, you pointed out? I mean, 20 years of October data tells you there's something possibly more afoot, especially when we spent the last
Santorio Hector, stock market savage. You know what I'm saying?
Call it the middle
Here in my apartment home in Cleveland, Ohio. Tap in with me, guys. I changed my life with this stock market and investing, man. America is the best country ever. I was working as a management maintenance tech at this property. You know what I'm saying? Making $23 an hour, working 8 hours a day, busting my butt. Y'all see what I do all day now. I trade. You know what I'm saying? Some days I make money, some days I lose money, but some days I make 2,000. But I make, you know what I mean? I change my life. Download the records on all music platforms. Santorio Hector, I put artists out. It's Cleveland Turn, you know what I'm saying? Our city was overlooked because people didn't even understand. I figured this shit out because my mother married a white man that was connected to the mafia. We got blocked out all that entertainment money because our mafia boss ratted on the mob and told how they was skimming the casinos in Vegas. That's why you could not get a record deal if you was from Cleveland, man. They wanted you to leave this bitch and go to Detroit or go to New York or Atlanta or somewhere. You had to literally be from somewhere else to get a deal, nigga. If you think about it, Q Money and Doughboy and them, they got deals after the 2000s, after they took the ban off the Cleveland family, because in 2005, a New York mafia boss became an informant. So once a New York boss become an informant, the head of the commission, you got to take the ban off Cleveland. You got to take the ban off Cleveland. All of a sudden, they wouldn't talk about Cleveland in no movies. They wouldn't speak our name. They wouldn't speak this city name. After 2005, pay attention. Go start watch a few old movies. Watch a few old sitcoms. They start talking about Cleveland in movies again and sitcoms. Niggas be like, yeah, I got to go to Cleveland to do this. It started with Everybody Loves Raymond, Ray Romano. First motherfucker I heard say he was going to Cleveland to do some shit. They start speaking our name. They used to come here and film shit and make it look like New York and wouldn't even say they was filming in Cleveland. And now, they come, they tell you they filming scenes in Cleveland. They talk about our city, you know what I'm saying, in movies and all type of places. They be like, I gotta go to Cleveland to do this or do whatever. And we getting our reputation is been back on the rise because we not blackballed no more.
Really out there, but we saw it, last year with.
Go study your history. You know what I'm saying? The mafia boss of the Cleveland Mafia family became a government informant against the mafia in the mid-'80s. By the late 80s, it was confirmed that he was going around testifying in mob trials. That's why Cleveland, Ohio was blackballed out of the entertainment industry. That's why our recording artists could not live with Bone. Them never lived in the city of Cleveland. Did you think why they didn't live like they hated where they was from? You know what I'm talking about? How the fuck Easy got them a deal is show how much of a boss Eazy-E was to this day.
The recent high, you get beta from there. I mean, even Ethereum.
So We got the records out, the albums out on all music platforms. Investing changed my life. Trading, stock options contracts changed my life. Freed me from working a 9 to 5. I'm, in fact, getting ready to go to school to get my certified financial planner certification, my CFP, so I can legitimately, validly give people financial advice and help people to establish and create financial plans to secure their future and the futures of their children as far as monetarily, to create a financial plan. We're moving around in the earth and we don't have financial plans. They create financial plans for themselves. They create objectives. They create goals that they want to reach financially. We want, you know what I mean? We want to buy a starter house at this age. We want to do this, you know what I mean? So we have to learn and understand how to become financially responsible as people from urban neighborhoods and communities, as and brothers who desire to get up out the streets and change their lives and do a 360. It's possible, bro. And you can go get a job. And you can get a job as a convicted felon. I was a convicted felon, make it with a good job, make it $23 an hour. Now, I don't know what it's like if you got violence on your record. I don't have violence on my record. I was a drug dealer. I was a hustler. The most they could say about me is he got money. It's a nonviolent crime. But you can get a job with a felony record, and you can take money from every paycheck and invest it into the market. They don't say you can't invest in the stock market because you have a criminal record. So it's no excuse. Stock Market Savage, subscribe and like, subscribe and like, subscribe and like. It'd be too many of y'all that be popping in this live for me to not have more likes. And you should subscribe because it might be monetarily beneficial to you one day, because we definitely going to be giving out financial prizes at every milestone to show those people who pop into the lives, who support me and who support the movement, that it's a financial benefit to doing so. Santorio Hector, Cleveland record producer, self-taught investor, Stock Market Savage. I appreciate y'all.
Which is a sign of how comfortable the market is. And what you're looking at here is so